Hello everyone and welcome back to Kat's Kitchen. We have another weeknight meal for you today, and today it's going to be salmon with asparagus, mushrooms, and cherry tomatoes with red onion over some rice pilaf, and then we're also going to make a sauce for it too. So we're going to get right into it. And what we have here, we have some wonderful ingredients. I have my skillet back here with some butter. We're gonna heat our skillet up here. We're gonna let this melt down. I'll also be adding in some olive oil to that pan in just a few moments. I have some red onion that I previously cut before. And really, I want to show you guys how fast and easy these recipes can be for sure, guys, because I know it can be tough working and trying to prepare healthy meals for the family. So I really just want to encourage you guys and inspire you a little bit to do some meals like this, and you'll really surprise yourself. So we're just gonna dice up our red onion here. Have our asparagus and our mushrooms already washed. We're just gonna slice up our mushrooms, and then I'll show you how we're gonna work our asparagus to make it a little bit easier for you. You can use a shallot if you want, if you like a little bit of more of a sweeter taste. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this red onion into our skillet with the butter. And we're gonna start to cook this down. All right, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice up our mushrooms. Now, if you don't like mushrooms or you have someone in your family that doesn't care for them, what you can always do is dice them up small and put them into your dishes. Mushrooms give a very distinctive meaty flavor. So it's really good too if you're vegan or vegetarian. It's a good way to get that flavor. Especially whenever you're doing different broths and sauces, they soak up a lot of flavor. So it's really great to have. Just slicing these like I normally would. We're gonna wait to put those in because I'm waiting for our onions over here. We wanna get them a little bit caramelized for us just to bring out some more essence and flavor. So I'm just gonna set these mushrooms off to the side, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do our asparagus. So normally when you're checking the asparagus, you just hold it at both ends, you bend, and then wherever it snaps, this part you would get rid of, this part you would keep. This part is called the wood part. So you can either compost this, feed it to your chickens, what have you. But the trick that we're going to do, because we have so much asparagus here, I'm just going to show you that we can just line everything up with that one that we cut. And you can see the edge there. And then we're just going to make a nice little cut. That way we're not snapping all of these individually. And then these are ready to go. So I have a few bunches. I'm just going to finish these bunches here, and then we'll be ready to go. Onions are starting to look good. You see they're starting to brown for us. Perfect, that's what we want. We want to get those flavors out of those onions. Alright, what I'm going to do at this time is we're actually going to turn on our oven to 350 because we're going to be finishing our salmon after we sear it off in our oven. So these are just going to cook for probably about another 3 to 4 more minutes, and then we're going to start adding in the other components. Okay, so I have another skillet over here with some butter in it. We're going to let that heat up. Our one with the onions is almost ready. We're going to prepare the salmon now. So we're going to go back to our cutting board. Okay, so I have our 2 salmon fillets. We're just going to take a paper towel and dab them. Just try to get any excess water off of them. Reason for that is because we need to get a good sear on it. Any meat you put in the pan that is maybe moist, you're not going to get a good sear. So we're going to season up these right now. We're going to hit it with some salt and pepper, dill, and we're going to make sure that we season both sides. We're going to do skin side down in the pan. Oven is preheated. We're using about 2 teaspoons of salt and pepper. Hit it with a little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of ginger. If you have fresh ginger, you can use that as well. And then our dill. Next, our pan is ready. We're going to be putting these skin side down into our pan, and then we'll season the other side once it's in. Pan is hot and ready. I'm going to turn up our heat to medium. It was on low, just because whenever we drop these in there, we want to hear that sizzle. Put it away, always laid away from you, so it doesn't splatter up on you. And that temperature is going to start to decrease. Season up the top side of our fish. Our mushrooms, tomatoes, asparagus. I'm actually going to dice up some more red onion to this pan as well. Then we're gonna season this with some salt and pepper. And then we're going to give this a little stir. All right, and then we're just going to let this saute. Next, I'm going to make our rice pilaf, and that's honestly just one of these packets. Always nice to have some of this on hand, so I'm just going to follow the instructions and get that going. And I'll see you guys back here in a minute. All right, guys, I just tasted our veggies for seasoning. I'm actually going to add a little bit of lemon juice just to bring in some acidity. About 2 tablespoons. And we're just going to let this simmer. Our rice pilaf is in the works, and our salmon is almost ready to come out of the oven. So here we are with our rice pilaf, salmon, and vegetables. We have our asparagus, tomato, purple onion, and our mushrooms with garlic. I'm actually just going to take some of the sauce from our veggie pan and just drip this all over. Just to give it a nice extra little bit of flavor. Can't buy that flavor, guys. This is it. All in all, this meal, like I said, I would recommend starting your rice a little bit earlier. I should have done that first thing, but you know, we learn. So no big deal. But if you want it all to come off completely, it will all in all take about a half hour. So once you start prepping your vegetables, then start your rice or your pilaf or quinoa, whatever you're having, and then, you know, your fish. So just want to thank you guys for coming along with me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.